Alright guys, just a quick one today. I just want to talk about Regis Prograis and Kenneth Sims and their bouts that happened this morning. This event was a Golden Boy promotion in Chicago, Illinois. Let's start with Regis Prograis. Now, he took on Joseph Diaz in what could be one of the fights of the year. Very, very entertaining. So close. Two very evenly matched opponents. I'll start with the scorecards. Now, it was 98-92, 96-94, 96-94, all in favor of Regis Prograis. To be honest, I couldn't work it out. I was like, I think Prograis won, but if it's a draw, it wouldn't confuse me, and I wouldn't have any qualms with them giving it to Jojo Diaz. That's where the 98-92 is a bit confusing. 96-94, 96-94. That's what it was. Let's start with talking about what Jojo Diaz did well. Not a lot of activity, but every bit of activity that he did seemed to really hurt Regis Prograis. He needs to learn to get that chin down, honestly. Some of those shots he was getting clipped with, Jojo Diaz isn't a big hitter. If Prograis fights a big hitter, he's going to sleep 2 or 3 times in that fight. It was worrying. From round 2, round 3, and a few rounds later, a few of those shots Regis Prograis ate. He wobbled hard. Look, Regis Prograis, his activity was really good. His work rate was really good. The jabs were really good. The combinations were really good. Just putting himself in danger too often. And Jojo Diaz, I think he dug in really well. He actually suffered a cut to his eye here. And it actually made one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in boxing, because the doctor comes, looks at the cut, and it's like, staring at him, looking right there, and he's holding up fingers like this. And he's saying to Jojo Diaz, "Oh, how many fingers am I holding up?" And he holds up 1, and Diaz goes 2. And then the guy holds up 2, and Diaz goes 1. And he goes back to 1 and asks, and Diaz goes 2. And he says, "You're all good," and sends him back out. What was the point of that test? I mean, ask him questions, he gets them all wrong. He can't see the fingers, and then send him back out. To be fair to the doctor, I don't think it at any point needed to be stopped. The ref kept getting him to look at it, but I didn't think it needed to be stopped. It bled a heap, made it hard for Jojo Diaz, but he dug in deep, fought very well. And it's a fight that it's really hard to lose, because he did not look like he lost that fight. But if they gave a loss to Regis Prograis, you'd say the same thing. They're almost both winners, and that's why I said a draw would have been a good result. But I do think Prograis' activity won him that fight. Alright, Oscar Duarte, he took on Kenneth Sims Jr. Now, the final scorecards to this were 115, 113, 114, 114, 116, 112 for a majority decision to Duarte. For me, I saw it Duarte clearly, probably 116, 112. I thought he was the much better fighter. The output was unbelievable. They were almost exactly the same on landed, but Duarte outthrew him by a mile. And I think that activity and that pressure won him that fight. Kenneth Sims looked a little bit lost. He didn't know how to get Duarte off him. When Kenneth Sims got to the center of the ring, was circulating, using the jab, he looked good, but he kept getting pushed into a corner when he shouldn't have, and up against the ropes, letting Duarte work, throw some big hits. I think that fight, it was at super lightweight, so you'd almost do a direct comparison to Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. You saw the way Shakur Stevenson held off that pressure and countered and beat him quite soundly in the end. That's what Kenneth Sims really needed to take inspiration from, and he was unable today. I think Duarte is a very good winner. He fought excellently. That forward pressure and the activity he's shown is so good. Could you imagine a fight? They're both in the same division, of him and William Zepeda. I think that would be absolutely amazing. But I expect Oscar Duarte now to be thrown into a WBA title fight against Gary Antoine Russell. That would be a very good fight. Let us know in the comments what you thought of all the fights that happened today. Short one today, but we'll be back during the week talking about more boxing. Alright guys, like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out of here guys. See ya!